We need to record. Okay, so I'll welcome everybody again because I forgot to record. So here we go. So I want to welcome everybody here. I'm excited you're here. I just gotten through telling everybody to get water, water, water. We all need water. If you want to take notes tonight, sometimes you get some cool intuitive hits while we're doing this stuff. So you can also grab a notebook if that's something that you want to do. If you don't, that's fine too. Um, I thought today's been kind of a crazy day. Most of you kind of logged on to my live today, which is where I saw most of you. Thanks for doing that. It's been an interesting day. And I thought I was going to do my live on all this shadow work and what's shadow work and what's ego. And then I got ready to do it and I was like, yeah, this isn't happening today. We need to talk about being our own true authentic self. So it's kind of like tonight, I thought we would be doing this healing, which I think we're still going to unless I get stopped here in the next. If you haven't worked with me before, I totally tap into my guides. I totally tap into my people. And sometimes they shut me up. It's really, they're like, oh no, we're going over here. We've got to redirect tonight. We're going to do something different. So I think we're still going to hit on anxiety and fear tonight. And I want to talk about that for a minute. But before you guys all started coming in, I actually drew 3 cards for our group because I was like, maybe that will give me a little more direction too on where we need to be. So the first one that I got is one of my favorites. And I don't know if you can see it, but it says worry is a wasted emotion. This is my freaking most favorite card of all times. And it goes along with our anxiety and our fear tonight. And as I was talking to oh my gosh, my mind is going to Emily. I'm having, your thing says iPhone. Like, I'm like, no, you're not iPhone. You're Emily. So, you know, we spend a lot of time worrying over stuff that worry has never changed the world, ever. It is a waste of our precious, precious energy each and every day. And I know we're kind of hardwired. We think that somehow if we're, you know, I've worked with people who they think if they worry about their kids, they're like mom of the year. Or they think if they're worried about money, that makes them a better person. And I'm like, no, you're wasting this precious God-given energy each and every day on something that is changing nothing. And it's bringing us down each and every day. So the other card that I pulled was learn from your mistakes. And I don't even like the word mistakes. If this was my deck, I would like cross that off and I would put experiences because I don't believe in anything as a mistake. So to me, I believe in experiences. And those of you, when you're listening to my live today, I talked about that a little bit, that we make choices every day. Go with the choice that feels the best and then embrace those experiences that come with it. Because no matter what we do in our world, we're going to get experiences, we're going to get choices, we're going to be able to move through this. So the other card that I pulled was like attracts like. And I like to even put this out there even more as what you put out in the world is what's going to come back to you. So if you're putting out this fear and this worry and this anxiety and all this stuff that's going, this is what you're going to get in return. The key here, which I think will be really good for you, Emily, is learning to not let this mind go completely crazy and take over our world, because usually what happens when we're having a hard time or if we start going down this worry trail or go down this fear and this anxiety is our mind takes over and we go from bad to worst case scenario in about 2 seconds. We've already planned the funeral. We've already done whatever it is that we're going through. Somebody's already died. Like our worst case, one of our kids are now dead. Like we just got in a car, but now our fear is that we're going to lose one of our kids. So now they're all dead on the side of the road. And you know, what we do this is it's a normal, and I don't even like to say normal. It's what we have learned to let our mind run the show. And it's reeling that back in and going, no, I've had to tell myself now, Gina, you know, this hasn't even happened yet. You went from this situation hasn't even happened to worst case scenario in about 2 seconds. So bring it back in, bring us back to the present, which is what we're going to work on today, is bringing you all back into the present and dealing with what's going on right here, right now, which is a beautiful clearing, which is what we're going to do. So I do want to hit on anxiety just for a minute, because those of us in the group, I can feel it as a collective, but by the raise of hands, who is struggling with anxiety? Yeah, I can feel it in the group. I'm like, good Lord. Yeah, it seems to be at an all-time high right now. Is anybody else even noticed that? Michelle's over there like, no, I'm cool. I got this.
No,
Yeah,
it's an in between because it comes and goes.
exactly. Exactly. Thank you for bringing that up.
It comes in waves, like
Mm-hmm.
waves, and then it hits you, and then you're like, oh,
Well,
and
all
then
of
it's
this
okay.
anxiety, yeah, if you think about
It
all the
comes in waves.
uncertainty, yes, all of the uncertainty that's going on right now in the world, all of the uncertainty in all of our lives, all of our life situations, everything that we are going through seems to be hitting us like waves. And I've even had it. I'm not an anxiety person, and these last few weeks I'm like,
So,
good. It's like choking the I
mhm.
feel like I'm being strangled by whatever is going on around us. So I like to take a step back when I talk about anxiety. Anxiety is literally worrying about your future and over things you have no control over. And we step into this place without even realizing it. It's kind of like the whole worry thing. We step into this place and it's got a hold of us in 30 seconds or less. And suddenly we're like, why am I so full of anxiety? Well, there was a thought, there was something in there that triggered something inside of you that made you start worrying about, because that anxiety literally is worrying about our future. It's that uncertainty of not having. Right now we all feel a lot uncertain about our future. You know, we're in the middle of a freaking pandemic that we've never, the likes of nothing have we ever seen before. You know, we've got all of the political stuff going on, which to me is a lot heartbreaking. Plus, we're trying to live our own personal lives. We're trying to make ends meet. We're trying to bring in money. We're trying to take care of our kids and our family and do all the normal things that we do, but yet we are being hit at all sides with all of the uncertainty of the world. And that gets to be overwhelming. Would everybody agree? Just dealing with life sometimes is hard, but then dealing with all the uncertainty. So tonight when we do our healing, I really want to hit hard on this anxiety. I really want to move through some of these anxiety feelings as we do the healing tonight. So and the fear is another one. The fear kind of goes along with it. They kind of feed into each other a little bit because what's that, Michelle? I saw that look.
I know, because it stirs it. What it does is it weaves those together, and then it causes a panic, and
Yeah.
that's the waves that have hit me. Is like I have never, I think in my whole life that I can remember, have had panic attacks.
Yes.
Just a little bit of reserve, but full blown
All
panic
blown.
attacks. I've hit 4 of them this month.
Yeah.
4. I've never had them in my whole life.
And you're not the
4.
only one. This is why I thought we need to talk about this tonight. We really need to really be open about it because it needs to be something that's brought to the forefront. Because really, nobody wants to admit that this shitstorm is going on in their life. We all want to, that's why I talked about being authentic today. Nobody wants to go, you know what? I'm having freaking 4 panic attacks a day. And I don't know why. Like, I haven't been able to figure it out. But you know what? My life's pretty much a shit show right now. Like, so, it's like, but we get into these, nobody really wants to talk about it, but I think we need to talk about it. I think, so I want to brainstorm with you for just a hot minute. And I want everyone, what are the things that you are afraid of? What is it when you dig down deep and you ask yourself, what are my fears? And everybody, I would love to hear from every one of you if you feel like you can share. Know that this is a safe place to share. This isn't a scary place. There's not one person in here that's going to call you out on your shit. I promise you. Like,
Right?
this is a good place to share. So if you feel like doing it, I would love to hear from you. What is the thing that you are fearing the most? What is standing out like screaming, blaring at you? Michelle, I'll let you go first.
Oh, thanks. Call me out.
Yeah, I'm not calling anybody out
I
tonight.
know, girl. Um, the panic happened when we started school again, and we were in full blown masks all the
Mm,
time, and so it's allergies, it's the whole can't breathe, asthma, the whole thing. that came at me, and extra cleaning. So I'm allergic to all that too, the extra cleaning chemicals. And so that was they gave me an option, go or don't, for 3 weeks, but I went anyway. So that was a full blown, I don't know if I can physically do this, or I don't know what I'm going to do.
So if you crawl underneath that.
Yeah, it was the loss of a possible job, because I have the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I go to work. I'm the insurance holder, and we can't do that. I can't lose my job that way, because I don't have a replacement in this valley that is significant to what I have. And so this is 15 years at my job. So I was at that pinnacle.
Down even more underneath that. So what is the fear underneath all of that?
Not surviving here.
Survival.
Because we're at that pinnacle of my husband's getting closer to retirement, but we don't have the retirement because it's mine. And so it's that whole, holy crap, what are we going to do if that happens? Because that's where we're at. So it's like,
and I even heard one word for you, and it was loss of control, because you feel with all of this, the control, that your control with this whole situation is
I don't have any
choices. They're backing you into the corner. You're backed up between the wall and the hard place, and you're being asked. So that's what I hear there is the control. So I'm going to write that down. So loss of control. Thank you for sharing. I'll use you as my first. I'm like, no, dig down even deeper.
Come on, girl. We got this. Let's do it.
Who wants
no,
to
it is.
Who wants to go next? Does anybody? What about you? Okay, go ahead, Faye.
I came home after your live. I was actually on a walk, and I asked my husband about what his anxiety is, and we both agreed, because I'm carrying part of his anxiety. I did some releases today and found out I was carrying his, because he did admit it, that he had anxiety, but he would have never said it had I not said, I'm carrying part of yours. I have my own and carrying it. But we are both very uncertain, very anxiety driven about the political.
Okay.
No, he says once we get past and we find out who our president is, he said, we'll be better, right? I said, I don't know. It's freaking scary. It's wow. Yeah. I mean, the COVID thing is just at the bottom for me compared to the political crap right now.
Yeah. Well, and it's gotten, no matter what side you're on, it is so highly emotionally driven right now that you can't get away from it. You can't it's beating down your throat. Like, and depending on what side you're feeling is like, I don't care what side you're on, because we're not even going there, girlfriend. Like, because it doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't matter.
To me, it's about, feeling more out of control, more uncertainty in the world. And that brings up all that uncertainty. Us as humans like to feel certainty. We like to know what our next steps are. We like to know where we're headed. We like to know what next month and next year, and, can we plan? And none of us have been able to plan this year. We can't plan.
No. That's the control, and the stability is out and whacked.
And we all feel like we're put on hold, like, in lots of areas in our life. So good. Thank you for sharing. That's awesome. Okay, we're gonna work on that word. Okay, we're gonna do that when we do our healing. So, all right. So next, Kirsten, you're back out in your car again, or she froze up. Looks like she's froze up. Okay, Carrie, how about you? I'm just going around my screen, so don't think I'm like. Let's hear from you tonight. You're raising your hand. I didn't even realize it. You're raising your hand.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Sometimes I don't know how to run these things.
Yeah, that's okay.
Mine's all what everybody said.
Is there one thing that stands out for you?
There's literally so much I don't I can't even pinpoint it. I've been trying to sit here and think. There's just so much.
Let's see if we can dive into it for you, because sometimes I think it really helps if we can, just like Faye was saying, if we can pinpoint it and get down to the bottom of it, that's when you get your big results. That's when you can work through it, because then you go, oh, because it's not really, like, I'll use states for example, it's not really about who is going to be president. It's about the uncertainty and the fear behind all of that. It really has nothing to do, because guess what? We're all going to be just fine the day after. I don't care what side you're on. I don't care when it's all said and done. You're going to figure it out. We always do. But it's living in that place of uncertainty that really is the problem. So let's pinpoint it just a little bit, Carrie, and let's dive down. If you don't mind, let's talk you through it just for a minute so that we can get down to that core, that root of what is really going on. Because sometimes we just ignore it because we're just like, my life's just, it's a shit show. I mean, like, it's just coming on from everywhere and I just don't know how to do it. Like, but if we can dig down underneath that. So let's just talk through it for a minute. What is the one thing? Give me that one thing that you feel like is just like, this is the top thing I'm dealing with.
I don't even know.
Can I tap into your energy for just a minute?
Yeah.
I try not to do that unless I ask. Some people just like are right there, but you're not, because you're very reserved tonight. You're almost afraid to even know what it is. Family is what I hear on the top surface. That's like the top layer. There's that family, you also have uncertainty. And you are fighting. You're like in fight mode. You're going to kick somebody's ass, but you don't even know who's to kick today. Like, because you're in such this sense of fighting that you're like, but I want to fight everything. You're fighting against yourself. That's what, do you understand that?
Yes. And I feel it. Like it just.
This is a deep internal, oh, this is over changing, Carrie. I'm like, now we're getting somewhere. This is over fear of who you might become and what you're being asked to let go of. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Because you want changes. You want things to come. But the uncertainty of what that looks like and the people, the family who's going to be in your life during that and hopefully after that, this whole thing scares the holy living shit out of you. You don't care who the president is. You're like, I don't even know who I am. I don't care.
Exactly.
You understand all that. And so you are fighting this battle, which I'm glad we tapped into this, because this is good. You know, a lot of us are talking about these we have internal battles just like we have outward battles. And you are at this crossroads of like, I'm scared to find out who I'll become if I'm changed. I'm scared to even start changing because I don't even know what that looks like for me and I don't even know where to begin. But there's this part of me that says something needs to happen. Do you understand that?
Oh, yes.
I can feel your tears as we talk about that. So there we go.
Right.
Like,
I was just, you do that, I'll just keep moving stuff out, okay?
You
I'll
just keep
yelling,
doing that,
I'll just
right?
doing that.
So,
Do it, girl.
and your fear is just what we talked about today. The fear of judgment and the fear of people saying that you're not the person who you used to be, which is exactly, I love it when people say that to me. I'm like, you are damn right I'm not, nor do I want to be, because that old me would have said, oh, you're right. Oh my gosh, I can't believe the new me says, yes, this is who I am. Deal with it. And if you don't like it, there's the door. And I know you're not there, that as soon as I say that, I feel you like shriek inside. You're like, oh my gosh, how can she even say that? Like, because we don't, it's hard when you first start down this road of making changes in your life. It is so hard and it is scary, because it's the same thing that the rest of us are talking about here. We're scared of the uncertainty. It's the uncertainty of where we're headed. Who are we anyway? We don't even know who we are. And to step into that place of finding who we are is the most scary thing. Now, I have worked with everybody in this room. I want everybody to raise your hand. Who's been here? Michelle's over there yawning. She's
I
clearing
know,
out
I'm
while we're
moving
doing
everybody's
this.
stuff out.
And I can't see Paula, and I'm not sure if Paula is just listening or if she, but I know Paula has been here as well.
I'm here. I'm just sick and scary looking today. I haven't even showered.
We don't even care,
know.
Katie.
Pretty
This
scary
is showing
looking.
up our true authentic self, baby.
All right. I don't know.
So, because I know that Paula has
All
been
right.
here too, and it is scary as hell to step into this place of who will I become. Just Paula, you can shake your head, Paula, if you know what I'm
Yep.
saying.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We have
Right,
all
Paula.
been there, and it is not
That's-
easy.
I'm
The
dealing
thing
with
for
that
us
every
is-
day.
Yep, the fear of letting go of ourselves. The thing about being in this place, though, is that you don't even know who you are right now.
Yeah.
And instead of going to this place of fear of letting go of who I am or who we think this personality part of this is, because this personality isn't really this isn't really us. The spiritual being is who we want to step into, that spiritual essence of ourself, that knowing and understanding ourselves from a spiritual point of view. That's where we want to go. But when we are in the ego part of this, that ego wants to tell us that this is scary, we can't do this, we're not strong enough, we're not brave enough. Who are we to think that we can go down this path? And who are we to think that we can change? Because why would I want to? This is who I am. This is just who we are. Like, it makes all these excuses up about why we can't do what we do. So you are dealing with the same thing that pretty much everybody in this room is dealing with, the uncertainty. But yours is this internal battle. And that one's almost harder than the external battle, because you have to decide from the inside out that you're ready to make a change. And I think you're there. I think you're the reason you're asking these questions, the reason that you're even questioning it, is because your soul is going, damn it, Carrie, it's time. Would you listen to me? Because it's time. But it's a scary place to be. I'm telling you, I've been there. I sat on that fence for a long time. It took me a long time to jump off the fence and finally cut the fence down. And it takes a while, and you will do it when you're ready. Okay, Carrie, how are you doing? I can't see your face. I can only feel I can feel
see
you
your
doing
face.
these little waves. I can't see your face.
I'm doing better.
Oh, I can't see it. That's scary.
Do you understand what I'm
saying?
saying to you?
Yes.
Okay, does it make sense to you?
Yes.
And talking about it, see, now that I'm talking to you, it feels like some stuff just moved through there. Did you feel that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to write down the uncertainty of change. And I'm also going to write of letting go of ego, because that's what this is really about. Okay. All right. So Emily, you're next. Let's do Emily.
I have a lot. I guess I can't really pinpoint it, but probably trying to get everything figured out by the end of this month, as far as like home stuff and like all that.
Okay. So what is the fear in all of that?
Hoping I can get it all done and figured out.
I'm going to say one word to you, because I had to say this word to myself this week too. Actually, it's 3 words, but it's fear of failure.
Yeah.
Because if you fail, then who will you be? Because that, I believe, is and here's what I had to tell myself this week. Failure means you did nothing. Failure means you sat on your ass on the couch and you felt sorry for yourself and you did nothing. That is failure. Failure is never trying something and it doesn't work out. Failure is never keep working through things and doing, that is not failure. But we define failure as it not working out instead of defining failure as it truly is, which is doing nothing. Very few of us rarely fail. failure just really doesn't, unless you're in school and you're a kid and you just don't want to do anything and you just refuse to do your homework. Like, to me, that's like, okay, you know what? You did. You failed out of the class. Like, you did nothing. Like, you sat on the couch and did nothing. But most of us doing what we're doing now, failure needs to be taken out of our vocabulary because we are not failing. We are trying every day. Sometimes things don't work out. Sometimes we go through and have experiences and they didn't work out like we wanted to. But keep getting up and get going. So I want you to think about that as we do that. But I'm going to write down yours as fear of failure. And I actually had to work on that myself this week. So don't feel like you're alone. So there you go. All right, Kirsten.
I gotta figure out how to unmute myself.
There you go.
There we go. I would say mine is I'm afraid that if I let someone down, that they're not gonna love me anymore.
Okay, so fear of rejection. And you have to earn you've got 2 of them going on there, which is very good, by the way. You're pinpointing those very well. You've got 2 of them going on there because you're fear of rejection and you're also afraid or fearful that you won't live up to other people's expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So expectations are a huge one for you. So fear of rejection and fear of not living up to expectations. Okay, good job. Paula.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you hit on a bunch with other people. I don't know. Still just kind of get overwhelmed with needing to try to take care of all of my people, and then overwhelmed when I'm doing it, kind of thing, and then not having the time to get to step up forward and do the healing work that I want to do.
Yeah. Okay, so yours, I need to put it in a nutshell for you. I'm sorry you don't feel well, by the way. I'll send you some healing while we're doing our stuff.
Yeah, I think just getting run down and all of that
because yours has a lot to do with people pleaser, and you're also afraid of rejection. Yours is kind of the same thing Kirsten's is, because you're afraid of the rejection. If you don't do what everybody wants you to do, you're not going to be accepted. And people will be mad at you, and you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with them. So you're willing to give up your time and your energy and put yourself on the back burner because you're at this crossroads of like, but I want everyone to like me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So, and that's a pretty good, that's a pretty good way to put that. Would you understand that?
Yeah. But then sometimes I almost think somehow I'm almost even using that as an excuse for not putting myself out there, if that makes sense.
Absolutely makes sense. And I'm glad you said that, because that is very much aware of what's going on here right now, because I actually
need to cut it right off.
Yeah, you and I have talked about this before, because I told you. So I used to watch my sister. Well, I've watched my sister's, all of her kids. She's got 3 kids. I've watched all of her kids while she's worked all of these years. And I've always put myself on the back burner. Well, when I decided to take off and do my mediumship, I had to choose. And it was really hard for me. And I was resentful towards her because she didn't see me and understand. But I had never asked her to do that. That's just it. It's like we want to be seen and we want to be heard. But we've never stepped up and said, no, this is what I'm going to do for me. If you want this to be done, it has to be done here and there. And it's been hard for her since I've stepped into that, because she doesn't know how to take me. But it's good. I love keeping her on the edge, because it's such a different place to finally be for me to step into my power and go, no, I'm not going to give up my time anymore. I will do it when I can. I will do it as I can, but you need to show up on time, and you need to come and get him on time. End of story. I don't have wiggle room anymore for you. And it's really hard. The people that we want to please and we want them to like the most, they get really upset because we've always been very accommodating all these years. And I was accommodating for many years, and I'm not accommodating anymore. I'm like, no, you're either here or you're not. He's on the couch watching the YouTube video because I don't have wiggle room for you anymore.
Yeah. And then also, then I think even, you know, okay, I got it to where I was tending a lot less and they were going to daycare, and I was kind of moving forward, and then COVID come and kind of slammed us, and here I've got everybody all over
Yeah.
again all the
Yeah.
time, and kind of just stuck.
Well,
there in
see, but
limbo
you're their
too,
backup
so,
plan. You are the plan
Yeah.
and the backup plan. So,
Yeah. So, but it's like I don't know what else to do.
okay, so I'm going to put yours down of fear of stepping into yourself.
Yeah.
Because what would you have to give up if you stepped into that true essence of you? What would you have to give up if you actually did your own healing work? Who would you have to be? What would you have to do? And that scares the shit out of you because it's much easier to go babysit the grandkids.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put fear of stepping into your own, I'm going to put stepping into your own power because I love those words. All right. Okay. So ready to do healing now with all of our, I've taken all of our notes here. I know you can't read it because my thing is, but see, I got a whole page of notes here. So we're ready to do our healing. So here's, yes, Faith.
I just want to know if we can add one, because
Yes.
as I'm listening to everybody, I'm just going, but I'm have fear of losing my freedom too. I mean, we've been so controlled and I have this huge fear of what happens after we get a new president and we lose all of our freedom. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why I fear that, but I just do. It's just like, could it get any worse? Oh yeah.
Because that's your control. You're in control of your life right now. So really that, but I'll put freedoms in there. Okay. So fear of losing freedoms. So here's how we're going to do this. So you can mute yourselves if you like. I don't care if you turn your video off. I'm not going to turn my video off. I will leave mine on so you can hopefully hear my voice the entire time we do this. What I'm going to do is talk to you just like we're doing, but I'm going to take you through a guided healing and clearing meditation. Okay. So we're not going to do any music tonight. We're not going to do anything. I'm just going to walk you through it. I'm doing this totally intuitive, and I just got my goosebumps all through my body, so I know we're good here. I'm like, yeah, baby, they're here. So I'm do this totally intuitive. I listen to the group energy. I listen to what my spirit guides are telling me, and I just walk you through this clearing. We're going to use, now, as I write all of this down, know that even though I don't say it, I've already set my intention that this is, okay? So whatever else comes through, we do it all. You will get exactly what you need as you need it. So do not sit and worry about it. Don't think about it. The very fact that you're here opens you up to the energy for clearing. All you need to do is just be open and receive. That is it. I'm not doing anything weirdo and suggestive. There's no, all it is I'm putting my healing energy out there, and it will do exactly what it needs to do for you. I love doing this for people. When I've started doing sessions, and sometimes I will actually do a dedicated clearing session just for that person. And it's freaking amazing to actually go through and do the healing like this and then actually do the clearing with them, because I do clearing when I talk to people, but it's been really good. So, I mean, it's like game up on all of this healing stuff. So it's been really awesome. So I'm excited to do this with all of you. All you need to do is relax and just listen to my voice. That is it. The rest of it, let your people do your work. We'll let the spirit guides do our work here and just let that energy flow. So when you're ready, does anybody have any questions for me? I'm going to close my eyes. So is everybody good? Everybody feel like they can do this? It'll be like 10, 15 minutes here. I'll just go till I'm told to stop. So we might go a little past 6 o'clock. Is everybody okay with that? It's 5:55. Isn't that cool? I love the freaking numbers. So, Emily, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just open up to get whatever you need is what you'll receive. So, okay. So everybody can, if you want to take your video off, do whatever you want to do. When you're ready, I want you to take a big deep breath. And just close your eyes. And however you're setting, whatever you're doing, wiggle your body a little bit. Find your comfortable spot so that you can stay here for just a minute and relax and just sink into your chair and allow this beautiful healing energy to come in. And I want you to do what I call a body scan. So I want you to imagine some white light coming down through your crown and actually going on the outside and the inside of your body. And just do a scan and let this energy just move down through your head, through your cheeks, relaxing your jaw. And any place that you notice as you take this little inventory of yourself, this self-awareness, any place that you notice, just relax. So make a conscious effort to move your jaw, relax your shoulders, let that energy move down through your chest. If you need to move your upper back, any place where you feel tension, just let it go. You don't need to name it. You don't need to know what it is. It doesn't matter. Just let that tension go. Move this energy on down through your chest into your rib cage and your back, into your stomach area. Moving, doing whatever you need to do to find complete relaxation just for a minute. Bringing it on down into your hips and your thighs, down into your knees and your calves. Moving anything that needs to be moved, just allowing that energy to go and really just relaxing into just these few minutes, knowing that you're safe and secure. And let that energy go on down through your ankles, down through your feet, and out your toes. Just take another big deep breath and let this beautiful healing energy come in. And I call in the most purest white light for healing this day to come in and clear out all of these things that we have talked about today, all of these anxieties, all of these fears, and to help us bring our physical, mental, emotional, physical body into complete balance at this time. And I call in our guides, our highest teachers, our highest angels, anybody who chooses to work with us this day of the most purest, highest vibration to come in and be by our side, holding our hands as we go through and work through these anxieties and these fears and these things that have come up for us today, knowing that we are safe and in amazing hands. And I call in the most purest bright light for healing and ask it to come down in through the crown from our divine source, coming in through that crown chakra, cleaning and clearing, replacing, aligning, doing whatever needs to be done to open up that crown chakra, open it up for our spiritual connection, the connection to our divine, our spiritual knowing, and bringing it on down into the third eye, cleaning, clearing, replacing, aligning that beautiful third eye, opening it up, allowing its color to spill out. Good job. And bringing it on down into the throat, allowing that to clean and clear, replace, align, opening up that throat chakra, allowing our voice to be heard, allowing our words to be received through clear communication, and bringing on down into that heart, opening up, releasing those traumas, releasing those things that are blocking us off from loving a pure, unconditional love and giving that love into the world freely. Opening up that heart chakra. We're going to sit there for a minute, opening up this to new understanding. Releasing anything and everything in there that holds you back from being the loving being that you are. Releasing any blocks, any walls, anything that's in that heart chakra that needs to open up now, allowing it to be a clean, clear vessel for love. Good job. Take a big deep breath if you need to there and let that energy flow through. If tears come, it's okay. Let them flow. Do not stop them. That's part of the clearing process. Moving that energy on down into the sacral or the solar plexus, opening up that beautiful solar plexus, allowing that beautiful sunshine to shine through there. Opening that up for giving and receiving love. and allowing a container to come in so that it's just perfect for you, that you do not give away your energy and you do not allow others to come into your energy. Knowing that you are safe and secure in this process, and moving it on down into the sacral now, cleaning and clearing, replacing, aligning, opening up that sacral chakra, releasing any fears, releasing any place where you have told yourself that you are unworthy of love, any place where you have blocked your sexuality, any places where you have blocked your ambitions, your creativity, your need for passion, your need for intimacy, any place that you have blocked these, release them now. Allowing this vessel to open you up to new levels of understanding. Awesome. And bringing that on down into the root chakra, opening up that root chakra, allowing you to feel safe and secure with money, allowing you to feel an openness, feeling wanted and needed, and that you belong in your family unit, knowing that you're right where you need to be right now and that you're 100% supported by the universe at all times. And shooting that energy on down into the ground and allowing your energy to ground yourself down deep, deep, deep within Mother Earth. Allowing that Gaia energy to nourish you, to give you everything that you need, to bring that stability into your world, to help you feel like you are stable on your own 2 feet. Bringing that on down and grabbing that beautiful, beautiful Gaia energy and bringing it up, shooting it all the way up, all through the chakra systems, all through the spinal column, allowing it to clean out anything and everything, all the corners, all the cobwebs, all through your meridians, all through your vessels, any place that needs cleaned out, any place that has become constipated in any of your bodies, cleaning that out now, and allowing that energy to shoot up and spill out through the crown, out into your beautiful energy field, and allowing this energy to lighten and brighten this area, to open it up, to release all of these fears that we have talked about today, to allow any cords, any contracts, any bindings, anything that is no longer serving you to be released now, and allowing the universe to just envelop all of those releases in love and compassion, and allowing it to just go out into the universe and disappear. Knowing that it's safe to let it go, knowing that you no longer need to worry about who you are or who you might become if you let these things go. You don't need to worry about financial because the universe has your back, and releasing all of those worries and allowing your body and your energy systems to come to a place of complete peace just for a moment, and trusting in the process as we do this, knowing that you deserve this peace, knowing that it is yours to have at any moment during the time, during any given day, just by asking for it. Whew. Take a big deep breath and let all of that go. We'll clean out that energy for a second. Releasing the need to be a good girl, releasing the need to be accepted by everyone, releasing this need to judge yourself constantly on a daily basis because you feel that that's the way that you get better. Ooh, that one's heavy. Releasing the need to know and understand everything at all the time, knowing that spiritual things come in small little breadcrumbs. And if we trust in the universe, our world is grand and it will be fine. Allowing all of that to go now. Any place where you don't trust yourself, any place where you don't trust your intuition to lead you and guide you through, releasing that now. Any place where you feel your intuition has led you wrong, release that now. Any cords, past, present, or future, any past life stuff that are connected to any of this, releasing that now. Knowing that it's safe to release it and let it go, knowing that you have all the understanding that you need from all of these things and you no longer need to hold on to them. Knowing that it's safe to step forward, that it's safe to step out of these ropes and these chains that you have tied to your feet, telling yourself that you have no choices and that you have no places to go and that you can't do anything. knowing that all of our experiences are just experiences and that we always have a choice, that the universe will always guide us, that our intuition will always guide us if we will just allow it. Opening up those channels now so that it's clearer for us to understand, so that we know like nobody's business what we know, and we can stand on our own 2 feet, stand in our own power, knowing that we are protected and well taken care of. Bringing in that trust from source, bringing in that trust from something bigger than ourselves, knowing that we will always be okay, that we will always have exactly what we need when we need it. Releasing this need to fear and worry and have anxiety over our future. Releasing the need to hold on to other people's anxieties and fears and worries. Releasing that need to save everyone from themselves, knowing that we can only save ourselves and then we can help others as we can. Allowing that to go now. And releasing any karmic obligations or anything that is wrapped around this that is ready to go now. Anything that is for our highest good to be released now, allowing that to go. Activating all 7 layers of our energy field and putting in place the proper container for each person in this group tonight, so that their energy is safe and secure, which inside of that energy field, so that they always feel uplifted, they always feel like they have enough energy, they always feel like they have exactly what they need, and they're not giving away too much or taking on others' energy too much. Allowing these fields to be balanced out in such a way so that they can go about and live their life in a balanced energy field. Cleaning and clearing out any muck, any of the yuck that has been deposited in the bottom of the energy fields, allowing that to go now, and bringing all these 7 layers into the perfect color and brightness for each and every person in this group today. And so it is. Take a big deep breath. And release. And I want you to do that body scan again now. And I want you to just let that energy stop or start at the top of your head. And I want you to just scan down your body and see what a difference this has made for you. Just taking note. I'm going to ask for clarity to come in as well, and clarity to stay, and the confusion to leave, so that you understand exactly what you need to understand. Standing in your own power now. And allow that energy to go down, and just take note of the changes that have been made here today. Take another big, deep cleansing breath. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And I want you to rub your hands together and come back to this space when you're ready, bringing that energy back into the body, bringing you back home, grounding you, waking you up, ready to carry on with the rest of your evening. Yeah, baby, and so it is. How is everybody? Everybody's muted. You'll have to. I see Mel's.
That was really good.
Does everybody feel better?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I try to do almost the exact same meditation, and I just don't do it as well by myself ever.
I love doing those. I just love doing
Yeah.
them. I think they're awesome. I think they're so awesome. Kirsten, how are you doing? You're muted too. Does anybody notice a difference in the clarity here? Did anybody see anything? Sometimes everybody tells me with me they see stuff, they see colors. Not everybody, but a lot of people. Not everybody is that visual, but they get colors coming in, they get things coming in. So did anybody have any great aha moments they want to share?
I didn't have any ahas, but I feel a whole lot lighter. And when we did the
Yay.
second body scan, my chakras were a lot brighter.
Awesome. 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 I'll high five you. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, so much lighter. Oh,
Yes, that's what we go for. That is what we're talking about here. It doesn't, it doesn't change what's on the outside, but it changes what's going on the inside, and that's what matters. This
and
is what
goosebumps. You
matters.
just gave me goosebumps all over when you said that. Yes, yes, yes. I agree.
Let the world carry on and do its thing, baby. Just, we have a saying in the mediumship world, and it's called "stay in your own lane." And I use it quite often. Those of you who have worked with me, I tell people that all the time. I'm like, stay in your own freaking lane. Worry about your own, and not even worry, concentrate on keeping your own vessel in balance. That is your job. The rest of it, let it fall to shit, because it'll work itself out. But if you're in this clear place where you can get your own intuition, where you can get your own answers, that is where everybody's yawning, which is an awesome thing. That is so good. I love it when I see everybody yawning. I'm like, yes, we did some good clearing. I didn't even burp today. Those of you who know me, sometimes I get burping like, it's just moving that energy through. It's hilarious. I mean, it's not, but it is. Like, I'll just apologize later. Like, Emily, do you feel a little bit better?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Find your peace, girl. Ask for your help and go do what you need to do. And a way will be made. Don't put yourself in a corner. Don't back yourself in a corner, because a way will be made for you. If you will open it up, ask for the help that you need, and then trust that it's there. So yawning's good. For those of you, I like to talk about the integration period. You need a hot moment for integration. Some people are shorter, some people are longer. Does everybody know what integration is? Taking this energy and allowing it. Your energy is quick. The physical body is a little bit slower. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to move that sludge out and to do those things. So drink lots of water. If you're tired, go to bed tonight early. If you feel energized, freaking fantastic. I'm happy for you. But no, within these next few days, if you kind of have it down, it's just that integration process. There is nothing to be afraid of. It is totally normal. So just kind of work through it, drink lots of water, do what your body is asking you to do, listen to it, and allow it to integrate this all into your system, okay? We've brought you up to a new level today. We've opened up some good stuff. We've moved out a whole lot of shit, and which is never a bad thing. So. Does anybody have any questions for me? Anybody have any comments? Any last minute? Yeah, Emily's yawning, which is awesome. If you're yawning, it's fabulous. It's just your body moving that energy out. It really is a good thing. Like, drink water. Drink more water. Drink it until you think you're gonna float away, and then drink some more.
I was just so heavy before. Now I feel like I can almost like reach stars. I feel that open. Yay!
Good work. Good work. Well, thank our spirit team for coming in, because they never disappoint. So I love doing this for all of you. Thanks for showing up tonight. Thanks for showing up for you. That's what I'm going to tell you. Thanks for showing up for you, because it's awesome that you're willing. I'm going to cry now. It's awesome that you're willing to do the work for yourself. And that's what we want. So I love you all. I'm grateful for all of you, and I'm honored to be part of your healing tonight. So thanks for letting me do that for you. Thanks for trusting me.
Thank you for doing it for us.
you.
I really appreciate it. I
You're
just
welcome.
happened to come upon your live. It was meant to be. It has really been heavy for me the last couple weeks.
I have
reason.
felt that too. And so I felt like that's just what I needed to do. So I'm going to start doing monthly healings like this. So watch for them. And of course, they'll always be on my website, so you can go sign up for them. So just watch for them. Tomorrow I will go put the new date for the next one. So, but I'm going to take care of that tomorrow, because I'm going to go spend the night with my family. So, so you're very welcome. Thanks for joining me tonight, and thanks for trusting me. And I love every single one of you. If you ever, who's two chatted? There's two chats. Did I miss something? Oh, I didn't. Oh, you're welcome. I'm like, who did I love you guys too? I'm like, I have to see my chats. So
Surprise.
if you ever need anything, please do not hesitate to message me. Those of you who know me know I always answer my messages. So you can email me if you prefer to do that at Gina Stroll Healer. You can Facebook message me, GinaStrollHealer@gmail.com. I should tell you the rest of it. You can always message me on my business page. So know that you can connect with me anytime, and I'm always willing to help the best that I can. So I love you all. Emily, keep pushing through, and I'll check on you in a couple days, okay? Put it out there
Okay.
to the universe. I need one hell of an amazing attorney, and we will all send you good juju so that you can get what you need, okay? So, love you all. Have a fantastic evening, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Night, everybody.
Bye. Good night, everyone.